Uh, Welcome to Chef's Corner. Um, Please mute your mics if you haven't already, and this presentation will be recorded. My name is Raymond Volis. I'm the executive sous chef at Mountain View for Intuit. I joined the Urist Intuit family about 5 weeks before we went into shelter in place. So I just started getting my feet wet, and so this is a whole new thing for us. I'd like to talk a little safety moment for a minute. I like to talk about food safety. Um, on top of that, different definitions of vegetarian, vegan, and pescatarian. Um, Vegetarians, they'll typically eat eggs and dairy. Vegans don't eat any animal byproducts, including honey. And a pescatarian, which I am, we eat just seafood, no beef, chicken, pork, turkey. And with the safety moment, like I said, I like to talk food safety and the importance of reading ingredients. Even if we think we know what the ingredients are, sometimes we miss something. So not too long ago, about I would say a year or two ago, I was informed of something that I didn't even know. So salami is a great example. So it is a meat product, but some people that eat meat also have issues with dairy. So salami is actually a lot of salami is actually cured in dairy because it helps with the fermentation and drying process of it. So it's always good, just to be familiarized with what you're serving, so we don't get anybody sick. So yeah, read your labels and know what's going on. All right. So with that, let's start this video. In this video, we have two videos actually. So the first one, I'm doing some salsa. And then in the second one, we're going to make some vegetarian potato flautas and guacamole. So please enjoy. Welcome to the Carnivorous Vegetarian Kitchen. Welcome to the Carnivorous Vegetarian Kitchen. We're going to make a roasted salsa today on the stove top using a cast iron skillet. First things first, wash our hands. Okay, we're going to start by getting this pan really, really hot. So we'll turn it on high. I want to get a nice char on these vegetables. Next, we'll wash the vegetables. Add a little bit of olive oil and toss the vegetables in there. It'll provide a even heat as we're cooking them. Remove the stems. I like to use one jalapeno and one serrano if you're like me. I like it really spicy. What I also like to do is roast up a few cloves of garlic right here. That'll give it a nice flavor. Do that right on the stove top as well. Tiny bit of olive oil, or oil that is. But we don't want this on high. We don't want to burn it. We just want to brown it a little bit. This garlic will take about 5 or 10 minutes. This is fresh cilantro. This will be added in at the end. I like to char some of my onion as well, but I also like to use a little bit fresh at the same time.
Toss the remainder in the oil as well. We're going to add these right to this hot pan here. We want to get a nice char on all sides. Don't be afraid to see that black on the outside. That's what you want. You want some flavor to that. It's going to provide that. What we're making salsa for is some vegetarian potato taquitos or flautas that we're going to make later in the next segment. Okay, the garlic's nice and brown. We'll take that off. Set that aside here. There we go. Vegetables are getting some nice color to them. They're going to take a little while though. This process usually takes about 16 or 20 minutes. The tomatoes look good. They're nice and soft, charred up. Move them now. Nice and good. I like to remove this part of the tomato. I like to give it a rough chop first, just so it'll all be about the same size when you're done. Smart thing to do also is to check your chilies. Sometimes some are spicy, sometimes they're not. Probably want to check it. Let's see, we'll go ahead and check this jalapeno. Very mild. That's also why I like to use the serranos, because those are more consistent with the heat. Alright, we're just going to load these in here. Same thing with the onion. So I'm not going to use all of the chilies because to be kind to my family. Alright, so use a little bit of salt. Use salt to taste. Add a little bit now, and taste it after it's blended. Everybody's different with their salt. So, alright, well, that just pulse it, depending on how chunky you like it. Remove that. Chop up my garlic too, add this to it. Add a little fresh onion to it. Cilantro. I usually add a little bit of water to it as well, which I use for mixing this out. Taste it for salt. It's pretty good, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And we're all done. There's our nice salsa. Like I said, in our next segment, we're going to make some vegetarian flautas with potato, cheese, and roasted chicken. Till then, welcome back to the Carnivorous Vegetarian Kitchen. In our last segment we made this nice salsa right here. So in this one we're going to make some vegetarian flautas made out of potato. We're going to render the rest of these charred chilies that we did in the last segment. And while these potatoes are boiling, we're going to make a quick guacamole as well. So, start off, first things first, wash your hands real good. I'm going to peel these super fast now. Whew, that was fast. Alright. So next thing we're going to do is cube these up. We're going to boil them until they're almost, well, until they're really soft. Alright, that looks good. So I'm going to give them a fast rinse. Pot of boiling water over here. We're just going to add them to there. Let those go for about 10 minutes. Give or take a few. So while those are boiling, we're going to go ahead and make some avocados, some guacamole. Go ahead and cut it another time, right there. Remove that little bit of seed that stuck to the... Now that we have our avocado nice and chopped up, we're going to add a little acid to it so it doesn't oxidize and turn brown. Next thing we'll do, we'll add a little diced tomato to it. A little bit of green onion to it. And we'll add a little cilantro. I like to add a little bit of my favorite taco sauce to it, depending on what yours is. Mash it up. This creamy guacamole or flautas. Check our potatoes, make sure they're not too soft. Perfect. I'm going to turn off the heat. Strain these. So we're going to want to cool these off before we add the cheese, of course. Ready for our potatoes. I'm going to add green onion to it. So add these chilies. And then we have to prepare our tortilla shells. We have to give them a light fry so they are more pliable so we can roll them. You don't want to fry until they're crispy. You just want to fry until they start bubbling up. Flip them over. Drain for a minute. and have some paper towels ready to drain them on. So we'll repeat this process for as many as that you're going to make. So now that we have our tortilla shells, our potatoes are cooled off, we're going to add some shredded cheese. This is what we have in house, and this is what I'm going to use. It's just a blend. I'm going to add that, these green onions, and the chilies. Just going to add a little salt to this. Kind of mash them. We'll start rolling them up. You don't want to put too much in there because you want to be able to roll them over and pin them together. Toothpick. This will hold it together during the frying process. Just remember to take that out before. And now that we have them all rolled up, pin them together with the toothpicks. And we're going to fry them. Now that we've fried our taquitos, gotta wait for them to cool for 1 second before we start pulling out these toothpicks. We don't want to burn our fingers. So we're good. We'll put our salsa on there. Guacamole. Garnish on there. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. That's our potato scallion and roasted chili flautas. Alright, from our kitchen, we're out.
Right, hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys want to use the chat box or anything if you have any questions, or let me know. Bridget asks, what kind of tortillas did you use? Are you asking the brand name, or I just use corn, just regular white corn tortillas. Mission.
How long did you cook them?
Before I rolled them or after I rolled them? Before I rolled them, not very long. It only takes about 10, 15 seconds or so. You just want to see them kind of start bubbling up on the surface where it starts separating. If you let them go too long, they're going to be too crunchy to roll up. So if you don't do it long enough, then they're going to be super soggy and they'll fall apart. Jennifer, if you don't enjoy cilantro, would you just omit, or is there a good substitute? You can put Italian cilantro, which is parsley, I guess. We do eat with our eyes too, so I like to see that color variation in there. So the green and the red go really well together. Or you can even just you can omit the yellow or the white onion and use green onion as well. Use scallion. Why did you roast your garlic separately from the other vegetables? It's something I've always done, and even when I do it in the oven, I usually stick them in the corner or something because you got to pull them out faster than everything else because they'll start burning. They cook faster than the rest of the vegetables, and they'll get a bitter taste to it. So you don't want that. So it's just a way for me to control it. So it may be like one extra little step, but they looked amazing. Thanks, Bridget. It was something my family was asking me to make that night, and we were right on the brink of doing these videos actually. So I think I recorded this maybe about 4 weeks ago or something like that. So and I got to give good props to my daughter. She's in college right now, getting ready to turn 21, and she's really into film and editing and production. She's not an actress, but she likes the behind the scenes stuff. So she jumped right on it and, pulled out her tripod and. So, I mean, obviously she does a great job. So, uh, yeah. Delicious. Hope to enjoy on campus when we get back. Me too. If it's in Menu Works. For next round videos. All right. Good. Yeah. I mean, we wanted to keep it entertaining at the same time. So, it was fun for both of us. So acting isn't really my thing. Well, it hasn't been in a long time. So, but it was fun. I'll get better at it. Marvin says, got to use the whole family. Yeah, I could, but like I said, my editor, she's not big on being on camera, so she she would rather just film and edit. But Jennifer's flipping says, yeah, chef table, sure, yeah, we can do them at chef table. That'd be a good one. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, everyone. Anybody else have any questions? If not, we'll leave it at that. And thank you, Stephanie. And like I said, hopefully I can source out some other food I'd like to do. I'd really like to do a cioppino next time or something like that. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who will eat it in my house, though, so that's what the that's the hard part. But all right. So until then, I guess we'll see it again on Zoom at some point. So all right, guys, thank you very much. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.